Welcome to the Checkout Point, your quick dive into this week's e-commerce buzz with me, Alex, powered by Blicket. These 20 minutes pack the latest trends, news, and insights. Let's navigate the digital marketplace together. Ready? Let's go!
Hey folks, welcome back to The Checkout Point by Blicket.co, your go-to roundup for all things e-commerce. I'm Max, coming at you slightly over-caffeinated as usual. How's it going, Rachel?
It's going great, Max, and hello to all our lovely listeners. I'm Rachel, recharged after a beautiful hike this weekend. Can't believe we're already diving into week 29 of the year.
Time flies when you're tracking trends, right? And speaking of trends, we've got a treasure trove today. First up, we're diving into the world of predictive personalization in e-commerce. It's not just about showing customers you know them. It's about not creeping them out while you're at it.
Exactly, it's a fine line. And I'm super excited that we just published that blog post, Why Your Customers Aren't Clicking, the Predictive Personalization Fix. We'll chat more about it there, but be sure to check it out on our Blicket.co blog after the podcast.
I read it this morning with my third cup of coffee, and it's packed with cool insights. Then we've got the scoop on Amazon Prime Day's record-breaking sales. I mean, how massive can these sales get, right?
It's insane. After that, we're breaking down the latest twists in e-commerce compliance. Think Made in USA claims and all those fun tax shifts. Gotta stay compliant while staying cool, folks.
And don't forget, we're also peeking into the AI toolkit with things like LLMs.txt that are changing the game for online shops. Plus, we'll shed some light on Shopify's hush-hush partnership with OpenAI.
That's going to be a juicy one. Also, we're exploring some techie cooling solutions for AI from AWS and how it interacts with the heated competition in China's coffee market.
Speaking of hot, we'll wrap up with a look at how tech is revamping the fashion industry's supply chain. Trust me, it's not just about trendy outfits.
Can't wait to get started. So grab your coffee or tea, no judgment here, and let's jump into the fast-paced world of e-commerce with episode 29 of The Checkout Point by Blicket.co.
Buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride. Hey, Rachel. I was going down the digital rabbit hole on our own website last night, and I stumbled across our recent post about why some online stores just seem to have psychic powers when it comes to personalizing shopping experiences.
Oh, you mean the post on why your customers aren't clicking, the predictive personalization fix? That's definitely one of our deeper dives. I love that we managed to unpack predictive personalization in a way that's super accessible.
Exactly. It's like some sites just know what you want before you do, right? The main game changer we talked about is predictive personalization. I think a lot of our listeners could benefit from understanding this, especially if they manage e-commerce platforms.
Totally. That's like the first key point out of the article, how predictive personalization works. It's all about leveraging big data, patterns, and user behavior to forecast what customers might be interested in, even before they click anything.
Right, and it goes beyond just suggesting products based on previous purchases. It's more about predicting needs based on various indicators like browsing history, search queries, and even what device you're using.
Yes, and that leads to another major takeaway from our post. The benefit of making customers feel understood. When shoppers feel like a store gets them, they're much more likely to engage. And, of course, hit that sweet Add to Cart button.
Oh, engagement. Magical word for marketers everywhere. I remember writing about how it not only boosts sales, but really builds long-term loyalty. Customers return to sites where they feel seen and appreciated.
That's a point worth emphasizing. Anyone running an online business needs to think about long-term engagement. Predictive personalization isn't just a fancy gadget. It's a tool for building genuine relationships with customers.
Definitely. And, another thing we touched on in the post was how this isn't about being creepy or invasive. It's about being helpful. There's a fine line there, and getting it right can really set a business apart.
For sure, it's the difference between being a helpful salesperson and that guy who follows you around the store, asking if you need help every 5 minutes.
Absolutely. No one wants to be followed around digitally either. Anyway, I think there are plenty of actionable tips in the article for anyone looking to refine their e-commerce strategy without crossing into the creepy zone.
Right, and that's why I think our listeners should really check out the full post. It's packed with insights and examples that can help demystify how to implement predictive personalization effectively.
Totally. Whether you're a business owner, a marketer, or just curious about the mechanics of e-commerce, I think you'll find it pretty enlightening. Plus, who doesn't want to learn about the techie sidekick helping you out behind the scenes?
Exactly. Everyone, you can find the article on our website, blicket.co, and honestly, it's a great read for anyone looking to up their digital strategy game. Make sure to dive in, and who knows, maybe your online store will be the next best thing to reading minds.
Well, until it can predict what I want for lunch today, I'll keep reading up on our tips.
There you go, always thinking with your stomach, Max. But yeah, check it out, folks, and make your customers' next visit a magical experience.
So, Rachel, have you checked out the latest on Amazon Prime Day? Their sales this year are through the roof. $24.1 billion in U.S. online sales.
That's insane, Max. Honestly, it's like Black Friday's cooler, younger sibling decided to throw two parties instead of one. I was just reading how this year's sales are expected to equal not one, but two Black Fridays. Can you imagine?
Oh, absolutely. It's like when you're playing a video game and hit that double score power-up. Super cool. But you know what's fascinating? We were just talking about predictive personalization in our last segment, about understanding what customers really want. Seems like Amazon's got that down to a science.
That's such a good point. They're masters at reading the market and consumer trends. But here's what I'm wondering. How do they manage to get these predictions so spot on every time? I mean, $24.1 billion is no small feat.
Right? It's all about big data analytics, Rachel. They crunch massive amounts of data to predict what and when people will buy. It's like having a crystal ball, but instead of magic, it's algorithms and AI.
Speaking of predictions, doesn't this massive scale of online sales speak volumes about how shopping behaviors are changing? People seem to be leaning more on the convenience of online shopping, from groceries to gadgets.
Definitely. And it's not just about convenience, Rachel. It's about the experience. You log on, find deals tailored just for you. It's shopping made personal. And honestly, who doesn't love feeling special?
True, but with this massive shift to online buying, I'm a bit skeptical about how businesses like small local sellers fit into this landscape. It's fabulous for us consumers, but I wonder about the other side of the coin.
Great point. And you know, speaking of the bigger picture, our next segment actually dives into something related: regulatory impacts and compliance. It seems the FTC is putting a microscope on big players like Amazon and Walmart, making sure claims like Made in USA are legit.
Oh, that's super relevant. With all these big sales numbers and flashy deals, it's easy to forget there's a whole framework ensuring things are above board. It'll be interesting to see how compliance and ethics play out in maintaining consumer trust amidst all these flashy sales figures.
Absolutely. It's like keeping the giants on their toes. So, folks, whether you're snagging that half-price espresso machine or just browsing, remember, there's a lot going on behind the scenes to bring those deals to your screen.
And to keep things transparent and fair, it's definitely a topic to watch. Now, I'm curious to see what sort of shenanigans the FTC uncovers next.
Oh, always expect shenanigans in the world of big retail. And with that curiosity set, I think we're ready to dive into the regulatory jungle. Stay tuned, everyone. Check this out, Rachel. There's been a big stir with some of the giants of e-commerce, Amazon, and Walmart. The FTC just waved a big red flag at them over their sellers' Made in USA claims. Seems like a super cool twist in the compliance saga, right?
Oh, absolutely, Max. It's like every time you think you know the rules, they throw in a curveball. But here's what I'm wondering. What's the big deal with these Made in USA claims? Why such a fuss?
Great question. So, think of it this way. When a product says Made in USA, it's like telling you, hey, this was all put together right here in your backyard. It's supposed to mean that the product supports local jobs and supposedly maintains a certain quality, right?
Right. And when it's not entirely true, it kind of feels like when your mom says you're having cake for dessert, but it's actually fruit salad. Not bad, but definitely not what you were expecting.
Exactly. It's all about trust. If a sticker says one thing and the reality is another, it shakes up consumers' trust. And honestly, with how online shopping is booming, speaking of, remember how we talked about those predicted sales equaling 2 Black Fridays?
Oh, totally. That was an eye-opener. And with more people shopping online, being transparent about where products come from is more crucial than ever. No one wants a surprise fruit salad.
Spot on. And in another part of the e-com world, eBay's having a party over the restoration of the 1099K reporting threshold. Sounds dry, but it's actually a big deal for a lot of small sellers there.
Wait, back up a minute. What's this 1099K thing?
All right, so think of 1099K as a report card that the IRS uses to see how much money you've made selling online. When they know what you've earned, they know how much tax you owe. Previously, the threshold for reporting was super low, which was a headache for smaller sellers just flipping a few items here and there.
Oh, I get it. So raising that threshold is kind of like when teachers decide not to grade every single piece of homework. It gives small sellers a bit more breathing room to grow without the extra stress.
You nailed it. It's all about balancing regulation without stifling the little guys and keeping things fair and transparent, just like those Made in USA labels should be.
Yeah, it ties back to our trust theme. Whether it's ensuring the labels are truthful or making tax rules bearable for small businesses, it's all about keeping that trust intact. I mean, trust really is the name of the game, isn't it?
Absolutely. And speaking of trust, it's going to be crucial as we dive into our next segment on AI advancements in e-commerce. Imagine AI helping you shop more efficiently online.
Now, that's a game changer I can't wait to unpack. But for now, let's keep mulling over these twists and turns in e-commerce compliance and trust. It's never a dull moment in this industry.
Never indeed. So, jumping straight from our chat about the FTC and those Made in USA labels, it feels like tech is really weaving its way into every corner of e-commerce, huh?
Exactly, Max. And speaking of tech, get this. There's a new game changer in town for how AI can boost visibility for online stores. It's this thing called LLM's DXT. Have you heard about it?
Oh, totally. It's super cool, actually. It's like how websites use robots, TXT, to tell web crawlers what parts of the site to check out, right? But LLMs.txt, it's all about helping AI understand what the store is all about, making sure it shows up in searches a lot more effectively.
Yeah, and that's crucial because, if AI can't find you, neither can customers. But here's what I'm wondering. How exactly does this make a store's online presence stronger? Do you think it's really as game-changing as they say?
Here's the deal, Rachel. Think of it like this. Imagine if you had a sign outside your shop that could change based on who's walking by. Like, it reads a person's style, or maybe their past shopping habits and flashes products they'd love. That's sort of what LLMs.txt does, but in the digital space, tailoring the AI's search results to better fit what the customer might be looking for.
That's a neat analogy. And speaking of smooth operations, there's also Wave Functions TM and Packsmith.ai shaking things up in AI logistics. Essentially, they're turning the whole back end, inventory, shipping, all that jazz, into a more streamlined, efficient machine.
No way, that sounds almost like magic. So it's not just about finding the store, but also about fulfilling orders in smarter ways?
Right? It's like if LLM's TXT helps customers find you, Wave Function TM and Packsmith.ai help make sure they stay happy with super quick and precise delivery. It's all interlinked in this beautiful dance of technology.
It's honestly fascinating how AI is becoming this silent partner in e-commerce. Makes you think about the future, doesn't it? Will there be anything AI can't do?
Well, I'm not entirely convinced they can handle my morning coffee just yet, but who knows? Speaking of which, didn't we hear that OpenAI has something brewing with Shopify as a shopping search partner?
Oh yeah, the Shopify news. It's like everywhere we look, AI is popping up in e-commerce. This partnership might just tie back to what we've been talking about. Better search capabilities, more personalized shopping experiences. It all connects.
Absolutely, and it's such a wild ride seeing where this all goes. Makes you appreciate the dance of tech and real-world application, doesn't it?
Totally does. And with all these advancements, I'm just here waiting for the day and AI can laugh at one of my dad jokes.
Keep dreaming, Max, but honestly, it's incredible how these tools are not just futuristic, but really about solving today's problems, making things easier and more efficient for everyone.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better. If AI keeps evolving at this rate, who knows what e-commerce will look like in 10 years?
Guess we'll just have to keep watching and chatting about it here, of course.
So, Rachel, just after we wrapped up talking about the AI leaps in e-commerce, I stumbled upon this really juicy bit about Shopify. They've quietly slid into a partnership with OpenAI as a shopping search partner. Stealthy, right?
Wait, seriously? That's like sliding into the DMs, but for business deals. I was just thinking about how AI is becoming such a game changer in shopping. What's the scoop on that?
Well, it's all about making shopping searches smarter and more intuitive. Imagine this. You're looking for a new skateboard, right? Instead of scrolling through endless lists, the AI could help you find exactly what you need. Maybe even suggest some cool new gear based on trends or your past likes.
Oh, that's super cool. It's like having a personal shopper in your phone who knows all your quirks. But here's what I'm wondering. How do you think this will play out for Shopify? I mean, are we looking at a big win?
Honestly, it could totally be a game changer for them. Speaking of big wins, this ties right into another bit of news on Shopify. You won't believe this, but there's chatter around whether investing in Shopify stock could, drum roll please, make you a millionaire.
No way. That's some real from rags to riches potential, huh? But I'm not entirely convinced yet. What's the deal? How's that supposed to happen?
It's all about growth, Rachel. Analysts are buzzing because Shopify's been tagged with a new bull rating. They're seeing some durable growth opportunities ahead. So if you park your dollars in Shopify now, who knows? Beach house dreams might just come true.
Ah, riding the bull market to the dream life. That reminds me of something we talked about in the last segment. Like we saw with AI tools aiding small businesses to grow, maybe these advancements could be the tidal wave that lifts Shopify's boat too.
Exactly. And speaking of economic climate, next up we're diving into how India's retail inflation is hitting record lows. It's interesting to ponder if a global market shift could impact tech stocks like Shopify, right?
Absolutely, it's all connected. A stable market abroad can mean more consumer spending, and hey, maybe they'll be shopping on platforms powered by AI like Shopify.
It's like a spider web. Everything touches everything else in some way. So grabbing some Shopify shares might just be more tempting now, huh?
Tempting, yes, but I'll keep my skeptic's hat on a bit longer. I mean, isn't that what's fun about these discussions? Diving deep, weighing the pros and cons.
Couldn't agree more. It's all about stacking up those insights. Well, folks, if you're stock curious or tech thrilled, sticking right here might just sparkle up some golden nuggets of wisdom for you.
Keep those ears open and those minds buzzing. We've got some exciting discussions ahead, don't we?
Oh, absolutely. Stay tuned, everyone. So, diving straight in from our chat about Shopify partnering with OpenAI, it seems tech is just the gift that keeps on giving, huh? I mean, check this out. Rachel, Amazon Web Services, or AWS, is getting super inventive with hardware to cool down NVIDIA GPUs. That's GPUs, as in graphics processing units. For the uninitiated,
That's right, Max. I was just thinking about how all these technologies are interconnected. GPUs, especially from NVIDIA, are crucial for AI computations, and they generate a ton of heat because of all that heavy lifting they do. So, AWS stepping in with a new cooling tech is quite the move. What's the scoop there?
they're building this heat exchanger thingamajig. Totally a technical term, obviously. That's geared towards making sure these GPUs don't overheat. Considering the AI boom, this could seriously be a game changer.
I can see that. But here's what I'm wondering. Do you think this focus on cooling tech could signify a broader shift in how companies tackle hardware challenges in the AI space?
Oh, absolutely. It's like when you're playing a video game on your phone and it starts getting hot after a while. Except, imagine your phone is responsible for powering super smart AI applications. If AWS can keep those phones cool, that means more efficiency and potentially a longer lifespan for the equipment.
That's such a good point. Switching gears a bit, though, let's talk price wars, a completely different kind of heat. Did you read about what's going on in China with these coffee price tags?
Oh, tell me about it. Coffee for just 30 cents? Honestly, it sounds like my kind of deal. But apparently it's more than just a bargain. It's turning into a billion-dollar blitz with JD.com, Meituan, and Alibaba all in the mix.
Exactly, and it's all part of this instant commerce boom. Super low prices on super fast deliveries. Makes you wonder, how low can these prices actually go before it starts hurting the companies themselves?
Right? I mean, it's one thing to grab market share, but another to keep pouring money into a bottomless cup of coffee. Speaking of efficient deliveries, though, this ties in nicely with our next segment on ASOS optimizing their supply chain.
Oh, it sure does. If these companies can learn a thing or two from ASOS's upcoming tech integrations, maybe they'll find a sustainable way to keep those prices low without, going broke.
Price wars, tech enhancements, It's like every major player is stepping up their game. It's not just about selling stuff anymore. It's how creatively and efficiently you can do it.
Couldn't agree more, Max. Whether it's cooling GPUs or a hot cup of coffee, it's fascinating to see how these strategies unfold in the global market, touching everything from technology to our simple daily pleasures.
Spot on, Rachel. And let's not forget the role of simple innovations like AWS's cooling systems. It might not sound as flashy as AI or super cheap coffee, but it's innovations like these that keep the tech world spinning.
Truly the behind-the-scenes heroes, right? Well, with all this tech talk, I'm definitely looking forward to diving into those supply chain innovations. But for now, let's keep brewing over these fascinating market dynamics.
Agreed, let's keep our eyes on what's next. Hey, Rachel. So, diving right in, I was reading about ASOS and their new tech integration, and honestly, it's like they're taking supply chain to a whole new level. It's super cool.
Oh, that sounds fascinating. I was just thinking about how all these manual processes in supply chains are like trying to text on those old flip phones. It works, but it's a pain when you could be using a smartphone, right?
Exactly. Check this out. ASOS is rolling out some fancy tech to optimize everything. It's all about getting products from point A to B way smoother and faster. It's a total game changer for how we'll see online shopping.
That makes a lot of sense. But here's what I'm wondering. With all this new tech, are we saying goodbye to the old manual ways? Because that article I stumbled upon mentioned that sticking to manual processes is not just slow, but also super costly.
Right. And that's the kicker. Imagine this. You're playing a game of telephone, but with like 100 people. The message starts as send more shirts and ends up as send more sharks. That's manual supply chains for you.
No way, sharks. I mean, talk about a fishy error, huh?
Chuckles. Good one. But yeah, all these errors and delays pile up the costs. And after our chat about India's market dynamics in the last segment, think about this. Lower supply chain costs could actually help keep prices down too, especially with inflation hitting record lows there.
True, and it's all interconnected. Efficient supply chains could mean businesses can adapt prices quicker, benefiting the consumer's pocket. It's fascinating to see how technology not only speeds things up, but could also ease global market pressures.
Oh, I just have to jump in here. There's also this angle of sustainability. Imagine fewer mistakes, less waste, and better planning. It's not just good for business. It's great for the planet too.
That's a brilliant point. Using new tech might just be the key to not only cutting costs, but also improving our environmental footprint. It's like hitting two birds with one smart, techie stone.
Absolutely. And speaking of hitting birds, targets. Did you see what's on deck for our next chat? It's on renewable energy trends. Seems like we're on a roll with how tech is shaking up traditional systems.
Oh, that's going to tie in perfectly. From fashion to fuel, technology is really steering the ship, isn't it?
You bet. And I can't wait to dive into that. But getting back to ASOS and the whole tech magic, I think it's setting a bar for others to follow. It's like when everyone started using filters on photos, now everybody wants the tech gloss on their supply chain.
Exactly, and it'll be interesting to see how other companies follow suit or innovate on their own. Also, I love that analogy. Supply chains with a filter, making everything look better and work smoother.
Just trying to picture our global economy with a nice vintage filter on it now.
And laughs. Maybe that's the secret, Max. A little tweaking, a little tech.
And bam, you've got yourself a streamlined, cost-effective operation. It's that sprinkle of modern magic. Wow, Rachel. We've officially wrapped week 29, diving into some seriously cool tech in e-commerce, predictive personalization, AI innovations, giant sales days like Amazon Prime Day, and so much more.
I know, Max. I'm still buzzing from all those insights about how technology is really reshaping shopping. It's amazing to think about how much goes on behind the scenes to personalize our shopping experiences without getting too, creepy.
Exactly. Who knew my online shopping cart could be so intuitive? Or that I'd end up buying those sneakers because a machine suggested them. I guess that's one less decision for me to worry about until our next podcast, right?
Haha, definitely. And speaking of which, it's been fantastic hanging out with all of you this week. If you enjoyed our chat today, and maybe even got a chuckle or two out of Max's terrible jokes, we would love it if you joined us again next week. There's always more to uncover in the world of e-commerce.
Absolutely, and don't forget to hit up our website, blicket.co, if you're hunting for more resources or want to revisit any part of today's discussion. Whether you're a business owner or just curious about the latest tech trends, we've got something for everyone.
Before we say goodbye, I want to leave you with a little food for thought. As technology continues to evolve, how will our personal choices interplay with these advancements? It's something to ponder until next time.
Always leaving us with those deep thoughts, Rachel. Thanks again, everyone, for spending part of your day with us. We'll catch you next week for more e-commerce news and, yes, probably a few more of my terrible jokes.
Take care, everyone. Keep exploring, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next episode.